No, that's not true. I don't know. I've always just like...
This is funny.
This is my first black like boyfriend, but that's always just been my type.
Okay, listen, I'm sure that black guys are your type, and if black guys are her type, that's a W for her. But if any white guy finds out that a black guy is her type, that's a wrap.
Okay, second question.
Here we go.
Do you care if like she's dated black guys before? It's a Z. You can send me video requests on there.
This is going to be fun. We're taking a little bit of a detour here, but I like it.
So if anyone has any videos that they'd want to send me, send it to me on Instagram.
All right, don't care. Oh, she's watching a
Pervasive proverb among
this is a
It is a pervasive proverb among Caucasian females when referring to dating or hooking up with African American men. And that saying is, once you go black, you don't go back. What this means is that once a woman has a little fun with a black dude, she won't be interested in going back to dating white guys or any other race of male on account of the wild and crazy time she had with the brother. Now, I'm not a white girl, so I can't speak to whether or not this is true. However, I have a proverb to piggyback off of that one, which rings 256% true. And my proverb is, once you go black, you can't go back. Allow me to explain.
What?
Women are
Hang on a second. I'm told I need to turn this down a little bit.
extremely influenced by perceived social pressure, whether they admit it or not. All of their decisions, from what they wear, to where they work, to the cars they drive, in their minds, are heavily scrutinized by just about everyone they know. Of course, this isn't really the case. Sure, a friend of hers might comment on her new shoes, or the fact that she needs to find a new job, or that her boyfriend is a loser.
This is funny. She said, what?
For that 45-second conversation, her friend isn't thinking about her anymore.
Facts.
She's thinking about herself. The problem is, women don't realize this. They're under the impression that everyone around them, men and women alike, are constantly judging everything they do.
This guy, I gotta have her on.
I do not think that. I'm sure a lot of girls do, but it's hard because in the manosphere, they'll always tell me that I don't actually, like, I say that, but like women say things that they don't mean. But genuinely, whenever I get embarrassed about something, that's what I tell myself, is that they probably won't even remember. That's how I do this channel, honestly, is mentally. I say that if the video's that bad, people won't watch it.
All the time, as though they have nothing else to do other than to watch and talk about her all day, every day. This speaks to the extreme solipsism of the female species. More importantly, the reason that when they mess with black guys, a lot of them feel like they can't date white guys anymore. In her mind, if she's seen with a brother, she knows she's probably off limits to white guys.
What?
So now the question becomes,
Why? I don't get it.
Why are white
Then she might not get it because she might not date white guys.
girls considered to be off limits to white guys once she messes with black guys? Why do white guys lose their freaking minds when they...
Okay, Dev, we got to reach out to this girl. We got to reach out to this chick. I think this would be a great conversation. I think this would be a fantastic conversation. Dev, get a hold of this chick. Get a hold of this chick. I got to have her on the show.
Find out their pretty blonde-haired, blue-eyed snowflake has been violated by a brother. Well, the answers are actually quite simple. But before I get to that...
Why am I here?
...to be off-limits by white guys if they mess with black guys. I answered part of this question in a video I did a while back discussing the racial implications of the very first black bachelor in that franchise's history. Take a look. The second uncomfortable truth about The Bachelor people are afraid to talk about out loud is that the white women who compete will be considered tainted by white men.
What?
Yes, this is also a thing. When a white man finds out his white wife...
I think she honestly doesn't know. I think she honestly doesn't know. And again, Dalton Turner says, I'm white, but yeah, I agree with DS. Yeah. Yes. I mean, that doesn't make white guys bad. I mean, that's just how it is.
If a girlfriend had biblical relations with a black man, he loses his mind. She's ruined, he thinks. But his adverse reaction is not because of racism.
This is great.
At least not
She's like, what?
most of the time. It's about the adult film industry and the media for the most part. Let me explain. Every black male adult film actor, without exception, has an exceptionally large
penis.
Now, the same could be said about their white counterpart.
She's killing me. She has no idea. This is great. Sean Oates says she's naive to this new information. I think this is genuine. I think she is definitely... I think she honestly doesn't know. This is funny.
How does he know this? Is there like a survey or something?
Which is why they're in the business in the first...
Oh my God, she really doesn't know. Holy shit. She has no idea. Oh my God.
place. But the black male actors have these gargantuan
penises
that make even the most impressive looking white bananas look comparatively small. If any man, black or white, consumes enough adult film entertainment with black actors, he's going to internalize this as the norm.
I'm just watching her face because I think this is genuine. I think she really doesn't know.
And subconsciously assume that every black man has a huge
penis.
Add that to the fact that white men are routinely portrayed in movies and television as latent or inferior beta males, while black men are portrayed as these static alphas. I can see why some white guys might hit the eject button if he finds out his pretty little fair-skinned companion has been to the dark side. He's thinking of her being ravaged by this hulking, muscular super alpha with an eggplant emoji the size of a baseball bat. This is exactly why a lot of white men will not date white women who have dated black men. Very few would admit that out loud, but a lot of them really do feel this way. So when white men watch Matt James swapping spit with pretty white women, those girls are all but discarded from their lists. Don't believe me? After Lindsey Vonn dated Tiger Woods,
listen to this.
White guys stayed away.
Look at her face. Like, dude, she's blown away by this. Like, dude, she is shocked. She is really shocked.
Only black men would date her exclusively, and now she's engaged to NHL star PK Subban.
Yeah, but how do you know that wasn't just her type? Huh.
Well, yes. Well, of course, yes. That is her type. Lindsey Vonn, listen, Lindsey Vonn's type now is black guys, right? But that doesn't mean that she's not still considered to be, quote, tainted by white guys.
Who is black. Then there
I guess I'm marrying a black guy.
This is funny. She doesn't know it, but she is. She's gonna have to.
Amber Rose.
Because I'm gonna tell you what, any white guy she dates, if they find out that she dated a black guy, it is not, man, I'm trying to tell you, it's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good. You know what, man? I'm gonna tell you what, I'm gonna have to put her up on game. I'm gonna have to put her up on game. Like, real talk. I'm gonna have to really put her up on game because she really doesn't know.
You think white guys are lining up to date?
I'll be the experiment. Well, Amber Rose, isn't she half black?
Her given her
Doesn't matter, sweet cheeks. Doesn't matter. She's considered to be a white girl.
Dating history? Look, I don't make the rules, but facts are facts. And at the end of the day, every white contestant on Matt James's season of The Bachelor will find it very difficult to find white men who will date or marry them. That's a difficult truth to acknowledge for these girls, but it is indeed the truth. Today's white men consistently show and tell white women that once they're marked as a wet and dirty shark, which is a derogatory label assigned to white girls who date black guys, she is then considered to be undateable and unmarriable. Now, white men would never admit this out loud or in a group, but black men are a threat to them in terms of dating market value. Yes, white guys are at the top of the dating market food chain, meaning that all things being equal, most white girls prefer white men. But conventional wisdom in their circles is that man for man, black men are physically superior, have more game, and are much better between the sheets than they are. Whether or not this is actually true doesn't seem to matter. But the fact of the matter is that mainstream media portrays black males as static alphas who generate tingles with every interaction they have with a woman. Then, like I previously discussed, when you factor in interracial adult films into the mix, where every black male actor has an enormous sausage, which of course further perpetuates the BBC myth, it's no
I'm not talking about the British Broadcasting Channel.
No wonder white dudes stay away from white girls who have come to the dark side even one time in their lives. So rather than admitting the truth about their dating market options, white girls use the word don't in place of the word can't. They do this to give themselves and the world the impression that they...
No. No, that's not true. I don't know. I've always just like...
This is funny.
This is my first black like boyfriend, but that's always just been my type.
Okay, listen, I'm sure that black guys are your type, and if black guys are her type, that's a W for her. But if any white guy finds out that a black guy is her type, that's a wrap. Look at her, and you can see her. Hold on, let me rewind it a little bit. Watch her. Watch this.
This is my first.
This is funny. It's like you can, if you watch her face, it's almost like she's in denial. She's like, no, wait a minute. Is it true? Watch.
To give themselves and the world the impression that they...
No.
Watch. Look.
No, that's not true. I don't know.
I don't know. Oh.
Always just like, this is my first black like boyfriend, but that's always just been my type. I don't know.
Look, she's really thinking about it now.
go back to dating white guys if they wanted to.
No, there was a white guy that wanted to date me. I didn't want to date him.
Okay, but did he know that you were a like, did he yeah, I didn't think so.
But no. Okay.
No,
she's in denial. This is funny. She's like, no, it can't be.
That they probably couldn't if word got out about her proclivities to commingle with brothers. Here's another question. Is this really about race in the first place? In short, no. Let me give you a personal example. If I were interested in a woman, approached her, got her number, and set up a date, then listened to her swoon over her ex-boyfriend who stood at 6'5", 3% body fat, who was worth 7 figures, and at a 13-inch sausage, I would not set up a second date. You want to know something? His race wouldn't matter. Whether this mythical man were Asian, white, black, or Hispanic, his race would be of little or no consequence. The fact that I don't measure up statistically to her ex is what would keep me away, not his race. Today's white men live that make-believe scenario every time they see a good-looking white.
Look at her face. Look at her face. Listen, I think that she is in denial about this, but you can tell that this is not preposterous. You can tell.
Girl holding hands with a black guy. No, they can't assume.
Uh-oh, she's called her brother. What? Oh my God, dude. Oh my fucking God. She's going to call her brother.
What his net worth
She's going to text her brother.
is. But if that guy's in decent shape.
Oh, dude, I hope she tells us what he says.
White guys automatically assume.
Oh my God, this is it. She's like, I'm gonna text my brother. I want to see what he thinks.
That he is plowing her senseless with his baseball bat-sized male organ. In a white guy's mind,
look, she's doing it right
thinks
now.
That he'll never be able to smash her or take her on the.
She's calling him right now.
Emotional roller coaster ride.
I'm gonna see what my brother says.
Holy fucking shit. Oh my God. We've stumbled on a fucking gold mine. Oh, please pick up.
The brother appears to be doing for her. If he saw a pretty white girl with a white guy who was tall,
I don't think he's answering.
good-looking, and self-assured, he'd probably
answer the phone, motherfucker.
Have those same assumptions. So this scarlet letter has more to do with the perceived persona of black men and less with our skin tone.
Dude, she looks blown away. And you can tell, guys, listen, you can tell that she's not sure. You can tell she's not. She's like, no, this can't be. Well, then why would she want to call her brother? This is wonderful. She's like, hold on, I gotta call my brother.
A while back, I did a podcast called Why Do Parents Discourage Their Teens from Interracial Dating? In that episode, I stated that if white fathers showed their daughters what a strong, masculine head of household was, rather than allowing themselves
to her face, oh my God,
to be bossed around and marginalized by their bossy wives, their daughters would be far less likely to date outside of their race, namely black guys. Another element I pointed out was that white fathers know that if their white daughters had a reputation for dating black men or black boys in high school, she would essentially take herself out of the running to secure a high-value white male, at least in the city or country they live in.
My dad literally does not care.
White fathers can say
sweetheart,
whatever they want.
Cares.
They can give politically correct answers if
he cares.
asked in public. But deep down, they know that if their white daughters date, hook up with, marry, or even have a baby with a black man, her dating options would be greatly limited in that regard.
This is hilarious.
And guess what, white fathers? It's okay to feel this way. This isn't about race. It's about your daughter essentially rejecting men like you. It's the very same reason that black mothers lose.
This is funny. This is funny as shit. So now she's like, my father literally does not care. And now she's probably texting her dad.
Their minds.
Now I will say this. In my opening monologue, right at the end, my opening theme is, of course your parents don't, of course your parents don't care that I'm a black guy. You're past the wall. Devin has told me, if you and I were in a relationship when we were teenagers, my dad would not like that. I mean, I'm not offended by that. That's just the way it is. My high school girlfriend, my high school sweetheart, Jill, her father, quote unquote, didn't like me. He hated the fact that we were dating. And listen, all these years later, I'm not saying what he did was right or wrong, but I understand why Jill's father had a problem with us dating. I do not hold that against him. I do not hold that against him at all.
When their black sons
Look, she's texting her dad. This is too
choose
funny.
white women.
Trying my other brother.
Oh my God, she has two brothers.
He answers.
Oh my God, I hope.
Hello.
Oh, sorry, did I wake you
Oh my
up?
God. Hold up, I gotta turn this up. Hold up, I gotta turn this up. He answered the phone. Dude. Yo, this is must-see TV. Hold up. Oh my God, this is insane.
Kinda not really.
Okay, can I ask you just a quick question?
What?
It's a dating question, okay?
Yeah.
Does it intimidate you if you date a girl or you're like interested in a girl and you find out her ex is like better looking, makes more money, like basically better
No,
in
she's not asking the right question. She's not asking the right question. She needs to say black guy. She's not asking the right question.
every way than you?
No, because guess who's here now?
Okay, second question.
Oh,
No, because guess who's here now?
Okay, second question.
Here we go.
Do you care if like she's dated black guys before?
No.
Okay, that's it.
Very racist.
Stop the cap.
that doesn't mean you're racist. That does not mean you're racist, man. Listen, guys, listen. This does not, like, if you're a white guy, and again, dude, there are black guys. There are black guys who wouldn't date white girls if he found out she dated other black dudes. They're out there. Dude, I knew. Man, brothers are like, listen, I date white girls, but if she's dated other black dudes, I'm staying away. Real talk. Real motherfucking talk, dude. And now her brother, of course, is giving her the politically correct. Wait a minute, no, that's racist. No, it has nothing to do with being racist. It has nothing to do with being racist.
Very racist thought.
Stop the
No, there's a
cap.
topic on the show that like white guys won't date a girl that like white guys won't date a girl if she like is known for dating black guys. So I was just wondering for you.
It's a very racist thing.
Yeah.
He's not saying no. He says that's racist. But trust me, her brother cares.
No, I agree. I was just wondering.
Of course, you agree.
Reagan has a black ex, and I think Katie had a black ex-boyfriend too, but not actually sure on the second one.
Okay. Okay, thanks. I'm gonna finish my video.
Alright, bye.
Bye.
Hell, even I can admit that if I had a daughter, I'd feel some type of way if she chose to be with a white guy. Does that make me a racist? No, it makes me a human being. The once you go black trope is the quintessential example of women not acknowledging the truth about their status in the dating market if they are ever labeled as the white girl who dates black dudes. And that truth is that once she is
Dude, look how uncomfortable she is. She knows her brother, and dude, she has a black boyfriend, right? She has a black boyfriend. Of course her brother's not gonna tell her, well, no, he's not gonna tell her the truth. You kidding me?
labeled as such, short of moving to another state and starting anew with new friends, erasing all Facebook or other social media pictures, she will be all but invisible to white men.
This is why she's watching the entire video. Oh my God, I cannot wait to talk to this girl.
I would agree with this assertion. White girls can act like they have the option to go back if they chose to by proudly proclaiming they won't. But I've always said that women are far more aware of the truth regarding intersexual dynamics than men will ever be. And it is for this reason alone that they understand very clearly that once they go black, they can't go back. So white guys, am I wrong about you guys staying away from white girls if they've messed with black guys? Or are you going to admit the truth? And white girls...
This is the thing I hate about the manosphere. Like, they are the keepers of truth. They know all the answers.
Yes, actually, we do. Toots, we do.
What extents do you guys go to cover up your dark side escapades? I'd be very interested to find out. And don't forget, if you want...
Sometimes the manosphere is weird. If a white dude and a woman live in the same community and everyone in their circle knows she has a history of black dudes,
there it is.
That's not going to be any
Told you.
relationship. The white dudes will probably smash, but that's it. If they live in a large city or move out of town,
Trying
and
to
no one
tell
knows,
you.
it won't be as big of a deal. But it's wise for the woman to keep quiet about that history if she wants a relationship.
If she has a mixed kid, that guy says, that's it. That's it. Done.
In-group preferences all over the world that isn't unique to black, white. Okay, well, after watching a few of Kevin Samuel's podcasts and seeing the woman,
Who can blame black men? Yeah, he says after watching a few Kevin Samuel's podcasts and seeing the way black women behave, who can blame black men for wanting to date out?
The history of saying once you go black was intended to serve as a warning to white women who would befall them and should opt for the chocolate doing. They're ostracized from respectable society and all of its benefits. Notice this was never said or directed or forced when white men got with black women.
Right. Of course it was. Of course it. The same thing does not apply. If a white girl is dating a white guy and he found out and she found out that she had dated and he found out or she found out that he had dated a black woman, that has absolutely positively no bearing on their relationship. He is not tainted at all. She doesn't consider him to be tainted. No, this is a reason why guys fuck and women get fucked. I'm telling you, this is purely a sexual thing. And anybody who denies this is lying. Her brother lied to her, and who wouldn't? But it says right there. He just told her.
Interested to see like the actual data on this.
The actual data. So we're gonna. So that's what we're doing. Data, guys. We don't need data, man. Maybe she needs to go to. Maybe she needs to go to Reddit.
I would guess that's probably more prevalent in like the older generation because most of the people he was like mentioning are a little bit older. But even like me. And maybe half the manosphere never believes me, but there was a white guy who definitely wanted to date me.
I believe you. I believe there was a white guy that wanted to date you, but my guess is that he probably did not know that you had dated black guys, and if he did, his value is probably not high.
And he like knew I'd like dated a black guy before. And then sorry, I'm just thinking.
Uh-huh.
But
see, now she's thinking.
I don't know. I don't really care. I just date people I like.